God damn, people went hard in the 30s. Like, it's a video of them testing bulletproof glass. This bitch is literally just holding it in front of her face and they're shooting it. What the fuck, dude?
Can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Right. Fucking thing sucks.
Yeah, because this only is for us. It's not.
Yeah, it's not for the program. Oh man, we're doing it live. We're doing it live.
I forgot how long this intro actually is.
It's like 3 minutes
Yeah, something like that.
of the same shit over and over again.
It's like we just had a loop and we just dragged it out as long as possible.
We call that a loop. Hey everybody, welcome to an official live thing of Best of 5 with no one watching so far, which is totally fine
Because we didn't promote it.
It's noon 30 on a Wednesday.
Yeah, so basically we were trying to record all week and we couldn't because there was massive construction outside. So
So good though.
that's where we were at. And if you notice, 115 came out of order. There's a little explanation on there of why everything was all super crap. It's great.
It's all right.
I love our neighbors that literally are just parking heavy machinery in the alley while we have a bunch of stuff to do. So
You know,
it's awesome. Thanks, guys.
that's the beauty of being broke.
Yep.
You take what you get.
Yep.
It's still better than fucking being above a fucking bar, though.
That's very true.
You guys remember? I mean, I don't know if you remember those days, but if you haven't seen any of the, like the old videos,
You could hear like bass in the background on some episodes.
also if you haven't seen any of the old videos, you'll see how much we've improved. Not even by trying, but just by doing this often enough that we don't even really take as many pauses. And if we do, they're really well timed.
Yeah, right.
When we first started this,
We had to cut like minutes of ums and breaks. It just like us just stop talking.
yeah, the podcast was 40 minutes. The edit was like 5 hours.
Yeah, it
so
was
we
great.
said, fuck
It was great.
that. Anyways, how are you, sir?
I'm doing all right, man. Considering, you know, just super busy.
Yeah, super busy.
Because, yeah, we
Super
were
tranquil.
going to do a live stream last week and shout out Dad Bod Summer. Now we're doing it this week to shout out Stampede.
So I forgot to hit record.
Oh, neat.
But so no, so we're good. We're good now. We'll just have to download. We'll just have to download the thing from
The
the first minute or so, just from
Yeah.
the YouTube. So, hey, quick thing. The reason why we're doing a live stream is one, we need the practice, but two, it is Stampede Week. We are super excited. We actually, our company actually has a stage today or this year that we're producing. We've done everything from getting the artists to getting them figured out and set up, and we've upgraded all our shit. So we're super excited about it. If you guys are at the Stampede, make sure you guys check out the food court stage. Live music will be happening on weekends from noon to 2 and 6 to 8. And during the weekdays, it'll be from 5 to 7. So
Yeah.
a lot of local shit. It's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, and I'm also going to be on...
You're playing a couple times.
yeah, and I'm also going to... I'm going to be in it, but I'm also doing the whole 9 News Colorado and Company tomorrow,
Oh, yeah, tomorrow morning.
which is weird as shit, but it's okay. So, you know what? Fuck it. Let's get started because We're doing it live.
All right, let's go.
Round number 1. I'm not ready.
Round 1.
All right, damn it.
That was not a good time.
Subject number 1.
The hat's looking a little barren there.
Yeah, it is. So if you guys have any suggestions, put them in the comment section, whether it be on social media or on this thing. Shout out to my audio listeners. I think we sound pretty cool for audio.
Yeah.
I actually drove from here to Denver a lot last week, and I listened to like 3 episodes, and I was like,
Gross, dude. You listen to our own episodes?
I was critiquing it. And the last episode we released was actually a really good one, so check it out. Although the one before that was pretty ass. All right.
Which one was before that?
I don't remember. That's how bad it was. The one before this one was fishing.
Oh, yeah.
It was like fishing, and we went on this whole tangent about like fish. And anyways, all right.
That's right.
Subject number 1. Can you still hurt someone's feelings passive aggressive? This is definitely mine. I don't know what it means though. Can you still hurt someone's feelings?
I mean,
Oh, okay. I think I know what it is.
yeah, I was like,
Here,
I mean,
make sure-
yes.
Hit the timey.
Well, as soon as you explain what the hell you're talking about, because I'm confused.
No, go for it. That way we can use this time to explain what I'm talking about.
So you can cheat the system.
So pretty much what I think what I meant by that is like, is it fine to like hurt someone's feelings, or is it like not a thing anymore? Like we're so afraid to just like critique people that we'd rather just not say anything than critique them to hurt
Okay.
someone else's feelings.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is something I'm working with a lot, and it's pretty easy to work on when you're working with this fucking guy. But
Yeah.
but no, it's one of those things where I think I'm trying to get better about trying to give like not be passive aggressive, but just be like, hey, like this is what's going on.
Yeah, and I guess I'm definitely in that boat where I don't really take people's shit. So if they even like moderately act passive aggressive towards me, I just call them out on it.
God, this looks so good. I'm really proud of us. Look at this thing, dude.
Cool, man.
Yeah, if you guys don't watch the live stream, it looks really good.
Yeah, but like, yeah, if they're passive aggressive toward me, I just call them out on their shit. So I think I'm pretty good at not caring about hurting their feelings if I'm telling them like something that needs to be said, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just also finding the right way, the time and way to say it. At least that's what I struggle with. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, and that's where I kind of will disagree with you. I mean, if you're saying it and it's,
no, that's why I said at me.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're saying it and it's truthful, it's still the right time and way to do it.
No, yeah, but I guess for me, more so than not, I just never grew up with. I think every time growing up, when I would say something that would try to be honest, it always like would offend the person because of the guard. So I just kind of
Oh, I
can't
see
get
what you're
out of
saying.
that. You know
yeah,
what I
I see what
mean?
you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm trying to be better about just kind of communicating in an honest way. Like for example, today before we got here, I blew a tire. It was great. Wait, no, I tired. I had to get my car replaced. I didn't blow a tire. If that makes any sense. Not sexual at all.
What? I was trying to follow along with that sentence, and I'm like, wait, now I'm confused. What do you say?
I blew a tire.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
It was like.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
but-
like you were pumping it up.
Yeah, yeah. So no, but no,
was like,
the tire blew and I blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I deep throw that bitch.
Got him.
This is a little small. I was like,
Got him.
That's gagged for sure. No. So what it was is I received a call from a company that's gonna hire me out to go do like gigs in Denver, and I just had to be honest. I was like, listen, like I just don't know if this is like a right fit for me. The reason why is because every time I go here, like the people that are right in front of me can't hear me. It's going everywhere else. I'm like, and I just don't see the point of me being there. I was like, I just don't like, I just felt like it was 3 hours of me singing to a wall, like no one applauding, no one recognizing what I was doing. And like, no, thank you for telling us this and that. And then they got defensive in the sense of being like, well, we're not there, like this and that. I'm just like, no, I'm just telling you, like.
Yeah, well,
So
I guess that's their problem then. If they're not there and there's an issue, then you need to be there to resolve that issue. So.
Yeah, well, and they're like a sub company that just hires musicians out for these people, right? Which is
Oh,
again,
then why do they care? It should be like they need to tell the restaurant to do better.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's also one of those things
Or the
where
restaurant, the bar, whatever.
Even things like that, I have a hard time with because I'm just like, I always feel like this is, I guess, more like this is more a therapy session than anything. I'm more of the kind of guy that I always feel like I'm like the last person you should be worried about or have a say in anything. And I'm trying to get better about being like, no, like, if this is my profession, I should definitely speak out how we can make things better, but also how this is affecting the musician.
Mm-hmm.
But then also, yeah, that's one case. I guess for most of it now is especially the work that we're doing and working with a lot of people that are getting into like the industry is being constructive with them and not being passive aggressive towards like how they can be better.
Yeah, there's a huge problem with
Because we have the lowest self-esteem. Like as artists, we have the lowest self-esteem.
as artists. But there's a huge problem with constructive criticism
Good milk.
and people taking that so just aggressively. It's like, hey man, that was pretty good, but here's what we need to do better. And they're just like, well, I thought I did fine. And I'm like, well, you did fine. We all did fine, but this is how we all collectively can do something better.
Or even, yeah.
But it's like supposed to be constructive criticism, and they're taking it too personally. I'm like, hey man, you want to be professional? Do you want to get better? Because if not, then yeah, keep acting like this, because then no one's going to want to work with you.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
There's a lot of musicians that we probably don't work with because of that aspect too.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like the ego is overshadowed by like your self-esteem.
I guess, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like, oh, what the fuck? Honestly, man, like I've come to the conclusion it's like it's just one show out of like the million. So if someone's telling me this, just take it for like as a grain of salt and maybe just take it into consideration. But if you like wholeheartedly disagree with it, just dismiss it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like there's no reason one criticism should ruin your day.
But like, see,
Especially in this
and that's,
golden
I guess, like on the other side of this whole concept is like, you should be able to express your opinion, your feelings to someone while like, you know, constructive criticism kind of thing. And then the person that you're criticizing should also be hopefully mature enough to be like, I disagree and here's why, not get emotional and like too overly defensive about the constructive criticism.
Yeah, which is it's something that we don't
Because
work
it's
on
supposed to
anymore.
be a dialogue, and it's never a dialogue. It's someone says something and then
Well, nowadays, yeah.
you're full of shit, so I don't believe you, and then it's just over.
Yeah, nowadays it's pretty shitty. Especially again because I think everyone is like, no, I'm right, and I'm the best at that. Especially with this guy, I'll admit that for sure. But
All the time.
not all the time, just most of the time.
Like 6 times already today.
No, it's more like 7.
See? See? Do you see?
Oh, that cancels out, so now it's 5. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I think in order to get better, you need people to call you on your shit, but not also calling your shit, just give you advice. And we live in such an isolated world that I think it's so hard to give advice nowadays.
Yeah.
Or even, like I said, like, what was the question again? It was
Hurting people's feelings.
Yeah, hurting people's feelings. Like
Yeah.
sometimes, like I need my feelings hurt just to at least ask myself why it's hurting.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I guess, yeah. It's like that weird area where it's like you should be able to call people out, but when people call you out, you have to take that constructively.
Yeah.
So it's like it's two-way street that people are happy to go one way on, but then the other way comes back and they're like,
But also,
yeah, no.
But here's my here's like where I think I separate that is if the only way I can take a criticism, I think, is in person.
Yeah, probably.
Like in person and in text, depending on the person. But if it's like on Facebook and someone's like, "You fucking suck," like you need to be better at this, I'm just like, yeah, man, well, just say it to me. Like say it to me because I mean it's so toxic.
Yeah, no.
Like social media, you know what I mean? And you get a lot of like people like just giving you overly criticized shit, and it's super annoying.
Yep.
It's like I love the Nuggets, but someone's like, "Oh, the Nuggets are fucking stupid." Like they're,
Oh,
you know, like
man.
like they think they're like they've been like not seen this entire time. I'm like that's because they have. And it's like, well, you guys are fucking stupid. It's like, all right, well, then
I
there's
have a
an idiot.
whole rant that I want to do about the Nuggets too, but that is time
It
for the
doesn't
first
matter,
round.
man. For the next year, we're the fucking champs.
Yeah.
Did I say that? I think I'm gonna get a tattoo, a Nuggets tattoo.
Gross. I think we talked about that, but
You want to see it?
no, I don't.
Here it is.
Is it going to be whatever, what's his name got?
Kind of, but a little different. Oh god, don't pull that up. It's nasty. It's not nasty stuff. What's that? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's literally what Michael Malone just got.
No, because he has the basketball on this side. He has a champion on this one. The basketball.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's mirrored. Okay, it's literally the same thing.
No, because it's not an axe. It's a basketball. So it's not the
Okay.
same thing.
Okay.
It's still maxi, but it's a different type of
Okay.
maxi.
Okay.
Anyways, let us
With
know what
a
you
trophy.
guys. Oh yeah, the trophy is important for sure.
Okay.
That's the biggest
so it's
difference.
the same thing.
No, it's not. It's
Yeah.
definitely not. Let us know what you guys think. We're gonna move on to round number.
You ready? Gonna hit the button?
Yeah, you just gotta say it.
2.
Round 2.
All right, Chris. Round number 2. Round number 2. You must be this tall to get it.
All right, then have fun for none of us getting anything.
I can get it.
I don't think you could.
Wanker.
I don't think you could hold it up like this and get it at the same time. See, you're cheating. You're cheating already. You're cheating. I knew it.
Can't even see it.
All right. Ooh, this is kind of a good one. Number 2. Concert season.
Indeed, it is.
It's concert season. All right, G. So, yeah, it's concert season.
Are you gonna go see Flo Rida on Friday?
I don't know. I'm on the fence about a lot of the concerts that we have tickets to. I don't know if I want to just spend that much time at the Stampede, just in general.
No, we will love to spend time at the Stampede.
Well, it's not that. It's just we
us
have to
watching.
literally work there every day.
We want to be
so-
there every day, Justin.
Well, we are there every day.
Like from open to close.
Yeah, see, and that's where I'm like, yeah, man, he doesn't want to be there every day. We don't have to lie to him. He gets it.
I know. I also don't think he watches this. So, but shout out
That's
to
fair.
Justin if he does. We love you.
And
But
Kevin.
also, no, fuck Kevin.
All right. I mean, I
No,
would.
actually, I love Kevin. He's awesome.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't know. It really depends because like just having to work and be there every day is already making me like, cool. Once we're done with work, I'm gonna dip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we still got to figure that out, which we'll
But,
talk.
yeah,
We'll talk
we'll see.
outside of the podcast for sure.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
But yeah, it's I miss concert season. I think I haven't really gone to as many concerts as I want to, and that sucks.
I saw All American Rejects, but that was kind of just by accident because
How-
we played.
How was that?
It was fine. Like
Were
the
they
whole,
better?
they sound like All American Rejects. I don't really listen to them, and I know like there are 3 or 4 songs that they got popular, but I didn't really care.
Is it when I was a young boy?
Yes.
My papa
Yes.
took me to the village.
See, in a normal episode, that would just get cut because that
Exactly.
wasn't funny.
So I just keep on saying shit.
Yeah.
Sucks to suck, Chris. No, the reason why I'm asking is they were my first concert I ever saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was at the Stampede,
Yeah, that's fair.
and they were awful.
Oh,
They
man.
were so bad.
But I mean, they were fine. Like, you could tell they're professionals, but also, like, I just didn't really care too much. But
It's
also,
also-
there's this one thing, which that for some reason, there was a truck from some whatever dealership sponsor right in front of the stage.
Oh yeah.
Like right in front of the stage. So the lead singer literally stepped off stage into the bed of the truck, walked on like the back of it and stood on the roof, and you like heard it just go. I was like, oh God, dude. That was a terrible idea. What are you doing?
I think that's the only reason why I want to be a rock star, so I can just ruin shit. No one gets mad.
Yeah,
at me.
no one gets mad. I'm pretty sure the owner of that truck probably would be mad because that was a brand new, like 10 miles on it truck. But it's fine.
Well, we should find that truck to get a new truck.
Gross. Gross. All right. At least it's almost 1 o'clock. I guess that's fine. Better
No, it's
than
a noon. It's a nooner.
yeah 9:30
Cheers.
tequila or whatever. But yeah, you planning on any concerts at all this year?
God damn it, truck. Speaking of trucks,
Yeah.
go step on his
Construction.
truck. Yeah. So I actually have 2 days planned. I'm trying to get better about taking weekends off sometimes because I just think I just need them. But the first one's Ozil Motley,
Especially because you have a
Washington's.
day job now,
It's more of a
early
it's a,
afternoon
it's a
job.
week job.
Yeah.
At the can you wake up at the crack of noon?
But yeah. Anyway,
10 cock push-ups.
no one will ever understand.
Ozil Motley at Washington's is going to be in August, and the week after that, I'm going to see Ed Sheeran at in Power Field on the
nice.
field actually, which is going to be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, yes,
Even though you hate the Broncos, so
I don't hate the Broncos.
liar. You just
I
hate
just-
football now.
Yeah,
You're
I just don't like football.
You're just jaded on football in general.
It's just not fun anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like it's kind of like football's always been kind of boring. I think it was just a really good like they promoted it really well, and then you just got you excited. Now I'm just kind of like, this is really fucking boring.
Well, I mean, to me, football stopped being fun when like all of your friends kept hurting themselves.
Yeah, I tore my ACL playing football.
Yeah, I literally watched a kid break his hand because like he went to catch a ball and then he caught it and then someone tackled him and then just like smashed his own hand to his face. It was great.
I saw my buddy was an offensive lineman for the Central break his leg because someone slid into it.
Hell yeah.
It's during lunch
Hell yeah.
because we were still kids back in the day.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, concerts, yes.
I mean, yeah, there's a few at the Stampede that my daughter probably wants to go
I
to.
just can't stand country.
So I don't even know if I'll go with her or like someone take a friend or something.
man. Who's the
but,
rock concert?
Skillet?
Skillet. That's right. I think they're the Christian rock band, aren't they?
I think so.
Because it's Faith and Family Night that night. I think
Yeah.
someone's getting a delivery.
Yep.
Yeah. I think Skillet is. I think that's what I was thinking of. I was like, this. It was either Tool or Skillet. Remember, I told you like I think Tool is like the Christian rock band. I was like, no, that can't
Yeah,
be.
and I
it,
was
but think
like,
it's definitely Skillet.
that's absolutely incorrect. But
Yeah.
Tool, but speaking of that, Tool's coming to Loveland. They're coming to wherever the Budweiser Event Center.
That's right. They are.
And I'm like, that is weird because they came last year and sold out the Pepsi Center or Ball Arena, whatever it's called. And I was like, why are you coming to Budweiser? That's like a third of the people.
That's probably because they couldn't sell out fucking Ball Arena.
But I'm saying they sold out Ball Arena
Oh, they did
last
sell
year.
that.
Yeah, they sold out Ball Arena last year.
They're probably just charging more for tickets, which
Yeah, they sold out. They literally sold out Budweiser Event Center in like 4 hours.
They do that, right? That song.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because that's the only reason I don't really like it because of you.
Good.
What's another one syllable band that you like? I like Spoon.
I mean, Primus is coming.
Primus is
Well,
a two
it's not
syllable.
Primus. It's the Colonel Claypool's Fearless Frog Brigade.
That's probably gonna be way better than Primus.
That's one syllable if you say it right.
No. See, if this was edited, that'd be cut. We're one. I wish I had just a dinger right here, just one. Yeah. There's Ben Rector's coming again, which is nice. I really like him. He's my music daddy.
Mm.
I like Ben Rector.
Yeah, Claypool's my music daddy.
It's so opposite spectrum, dude, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, they're kind of opposite, like music, but like as people, I'm pretty sure they're like very similar.
I think most musicians are similar.
Yeah.
They get the idea of like what music is. You have to after a point. Like if
Yeah.
you're really invested in music and you play music enough, you kind of understand like how things go.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what music you're playing.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean? Who's someone that you're like I need to watch sooner than later?
I don't have any of those on my list currently, man.
I still want to see John Mayer.
I almost went to Dead and Co. But
That's the last tour this year too.
yeah, and I was like, I can't do it. I
I don't know if I
can't suck up to go hang out with those people, man.
That's what it is. It's not even
Yeah.
the fucking band. It's the people that watch the goddamn band.
Yep.
Sorry, Kirk and Sally. Oh, we'd love to hang out with
Yeah,
you guys.
are cool, but you're probably
know what we
the
mean.
old deadheads are cool.
Yeah, you guys are
It's-
real heads for sure.
Yeah, it's the old school ones that like saw them back in the day, but like these like anybody under like 35 that follows like the Dead are the most obnoxious people
I'll
I've
even
ever
say
met.
40, bro.
Yeah, I could give you that too. There's some that are cool, but yeah, a lot are just not cool, man.
You know who I wish we would have seen as a Limp Bizkit? That would have been such a fun
that
show
would
to
have been
go
a
to.
little wild, but I would be down.
Right?
Anyway,
Dude, their tour is still my favorite tour name.
what was it called?
Limp Bizkit Still Sucks tour.
Oh yeah, that's right. They don't see and like they know exactly who they and what they are.
Yeah.
They have from the beginning. That's why they had an album called like Chocolate Starfish. You know,
I would be. Yeah,
they knew exactly what they were doing.
I'd rather see them than probably Nickelback. Like if I had to choose, like,
Well, you already saw Nickelback.
but yeah. But if it was like between those two, like when that was it, I'd be like, oh yeah, I'd be dead.
Ooh,
Like,
dude.
I'd be more excited to see Limp Bizkit. And I was like, okay, we're gonna go see Nickelback. All right.
what if it
cool.
was Limp Bizkit opening for Nickelback?
I would leave after Limp Bizkit.
Ooh, dude, that would be the best concert.
I mean,
ever.
at that point, yes, I would leave after Limp Bizkit. But then I'd like watch like 2 songs with Nickelback and be like, God damn it, they actually play a good show because they do play.
they
a good show.
had a fantastic show.
That fucking light show was sick.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway.
tell us what your guys is. We went on a rant on that. Not a rant. We just took a really weird trail to get to talking about summer concert series and shit. Let us know who you guys are excited to watch this summer. Hopefully it's Geosorg at the Stampede this Saturday at noon.
Or
Two.
who's playing tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Christine Alice.
And then Friday is Ben.
It's Ben Pooh.
Yeah.
Hey guys, make sure you guys come and watch me.
But yeah, check out the GFY
Really
page
Stampede.
for all
Ben
the
Pooh.
full schedule. Anyway,
I'll be playing with my fingers and doing all that fun stuff. All right, man. Let's do round 3. That's a terrible Ben Pooh.
Round 3.
I nailed it. All right, round 3. Hey, huge shout out to Culver's Hamburger Ice Cream and Custards.
yeah, I was like, Culver's doesn't have ice cream, bro.
Yeah, they do. Well, they
Yeah.
have custards, whatever. It's the same shit. It's frozen milk.
Ask them.
It's frozen milk.
I think they'll disagree that custard and ice cream are the same thing.
God damn it. Why do I do this to myself?
I don't know.
All right, subject number 3. Your worst trait.
Yes, G.
I can't come up with it. You got to come up with.
Yes,
you got to come
no,
up with
this
yours.
is your question.
No,
So,
no.
what is your worst trait?
Exactly. So you got to also say what your worst trait is. I can't tell you what it is.
So your worst trait.
One of them is no. You can't
Your-
say. I don't care. I don't want to know. I want you to be as honest with you as possible, and I'll be as honest with me as possible.
Well, I know what your worst trait is.
My worst trait is being Mexican. No.
Sometimes.
Jesus Christ. I think my worst trait is I'm an overthinker. And I'm also kind of a control freak.
Yep.
I think those are the 2 things that I'm trying to work on, but I can't help but overthink. That's like something I just don't know how to fix.
I think you can work on that. It's just how I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I just drink a lot.
I mean, there's probably more positive
I don't
ways
really
to do
drink.
that.
I don't really think when I drink. So
Yeah, I mean, there's more positive ways to do that.
Speaking of which, cheers.
Oh, God. This is your worst trait, pouring shots all the time.
I will say that is my worst trait, that I always encourage people to have a good time, but that usually involves alcohol.
Yeah.
Which
That's
is
fair.
probably not good, but you know. What are some of your worst traits?
I don't really have a filter,
You're like, I care too much.
but see, it's the opposite.
It's all, I know, it's like all like positive things.
Yeah.
I care too much.
I'm just a good listener, and sometimes, But no, I definitely don't have a filter. Like, I kind of just say stuff without thinking about it.
just see what sticks.
Yeah. And
What is it on what's that movie? Sorry, not that I didn't interrupt you, but
yeah, put that on the board of worst
Yeah,
traits.
let's just write it down on the whiteboard.
Yeah.
Get smart. He's like, do you ever think of what you say? He's like, nope, just throw it out there and hope for the best.
Yeah. I believe that. Yeah, another thing I do too is like when someone asks me a question, I answer it, but then I like over explain it. And they're like, no, I get it. And I'm like, but you obviously don't if you're asking the question.
Yeah, he definitely does that.
And it's like, well, stop explaining or mansplaining it to me. I'm like, I'm not. I'm just explaining the question or the answer to the question.
Yeah, I think I just asked too many questions too, which I think goes with my overthinking. Because I'm also like, I'm still definitely afraid of failure.
Oh, dude, I love failing. It's my like.
I just can't.
I guess a
man.
bad trait is like I love failing because it's like, oh well, I guess I can't do that. Just put that on the list of shit I can't do anymore.
Yeah, see, and like my failures are always been like, I was always in trouble growing up for small shit, and so I think that's why I'm so afraid of failing. And that's also why I'm so afraid of like, God, this is you guys are fucking seeing G right now. I think that's also why I'm afraid of letting people down. But also when I get let down, it's the fucking worst too. But that takes a lot too. Yeah.
There you go.
So when I was young, my parents, what did Louis C.K. say? He's like, my parents, I was living in an orphanage, and my parents lived a block away from me. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I definitely have a lot of bad traits, but I'm trying to work on them. And I think that's the first step to kind of getting better. I mean, if you've never seen Ted Lasso, you should definitely watch Ted Lasso. But they actually have this whole thing about like, this character is talking about how he wants to be perfect, and they're talking about like what actually is like humans are never perfect. The best you can do is ask for help and receive it when they're giving it to you, and that itself is going to make you better. Maybe not perfect, but always a better person. Because there's going to be some things that like stick, like no matter who you are, and your personality.
Yeah, that's fair.
Right?
Yeah. Also, like,
And there's
I
some
don't
things
know.
you just can't fix.
I don't know if this is a bad trait, but I definitely do this a lot. Is like kind of you just reminded me of it. You're like, hey, you should watch Ted Lasso. Anytime someone tells me I should watch or
You won't.
should read or should do something, I literally don't at all because I'm like, nah, man. If I wanted to watch it, I would have watched it. Unless like if someone comes up and is like, hey, this is really cool. Or this movie is really good. I'll be like, oh, maybe I'll check it out. But as soon as they say you need to watch this because it's really good, then it's just gone. I'm never watching it.
Is it because
that's why I've never watched Game of Thrones?
Is it
Like,
because you just have trust issues because people told you that before, and you're just like, you guys are fucking stupid?
no, because fuck them. You don't tell me what to do.
Well, no, I'm suggesting you should totally watch.
But that's not a suggestion. That's a demand.
No, like, oh, dude, you should totally watch that.
A suggestion would be like, if you like this, you could check out this.
Okay, now you're just being semantical on this one.
But that's
No.
literally exactly how semantics works.
No, should is not a demand. It's saying
Yeah, should is a suggestion.
exactly.
But it's like, you need to watch this.
Yeah, you're gonna watch this.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a demand.
Yeah, and you're like, you need to watch this.
Oh, y'all should watch.
you
Ted-
just said you need to watch Ted Lasso.
y'all need to watch Ted Lasso. For
That's
sure.
what reminded me of it.
You need to watch Ted Lasso. It's really good.
Yeah, see? And then I'll never watch Ted Lasso
Dude,
ever.
it's so good.
I also don't really like Jason Sudeikis that much.
He
Nothing
actually-
really against him. I just don't. He's kind of like Jonah Hill. You know how some people think
No,
Jonah Hill's awesome?
Jonah Hill's fucking annoying.
See? And I think Jason Sudeikis is super annoying.
Jason Sudeikis in this one actually does a better job because I get where the annoying thing comes from, but it's a genuine show. Like I don't think Jonah Hill can ever do like a serious role that like makes him vulnerable. It always has to be like a comedic thing. Like what's like one serious like thing like where Jonah Hill wasn't Jonah Hill?
I don't know. I find Jonah Hill incredibly irritating.
Exactly. And
Just because I agree with you on Jonah Hill doesn't mean I agree with you on Jason
you
Sudeikis.
let me finish there. No,
But
like-
how can I name a Jonah Hill movie if I don't even like Jonah Hill enough to watch his movies?
But no, yeah. But I think with Sudeikis on this one, he actually like acts.
I guess. I mean, there's like Moneyball. Jonah Hill
it's-
acted.
Yeah, but it was also still Jonah Hill.
Not in that movie.
Like with Sudeikis on this one, you see him as Ted Lasso, not as Jason Sudeikis. As compared to like all his other roles, you see him as Jason Sudeikis.
Sure.
Kind of like Robin Williams. I guess you always see Robin Williams as Robin Williams.
Yeah, I was like,
no matter
it's
what.
always Robin Williams.
Oh, he's so good in Good Will Hunting. Robin Williams is my shit, man.
Dude, I made
R.I.P.
Morgan watch Hook. She hated it.
Oh, yeah, and that's not one of my favorites.
I was like, man, Hook is sick. Like, get out of here.
You should watch it.
It makes you remember I literally have already watched it.
Oh, wait, you need to watch it.
Yeah. there you
I'm
go.
just going to start doing that just to piss you off.
I mean, it doesn't piss me
I'm
off.
going to be like, hey, you should...
It just makes sure I never watch something.
we need to watch Oppenheimer together.
I heard it's not very good.
It doesn't matter. It's still
Oh,
Nolan,
I
bro.
heard it's not very good.
It's still Nolan.
Dude, I heard it's very disappointing.
It's still Nolan.
And I'm still probably not going to go see it.
I'm gonna go see
Morgan
it.
wants to see it, and I'm like, all right, maybe. But
Oh,
we
so
have like
she- so
5
she-
movies.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see it because it's Nolan. Nolan's my
No,
boy.
she's like, hey, can we see a movie? And I'm like, yeah, maybe.
You need to see that movie.
Yuck. Well,
You need to see Deep Throat.
I've already seen it for research purposes.
Nope, don't like that.
And
That's your
Debbie
research.
does Dallas. Anyway.
Nope, don't like that. Just good research.
Oh, there's a tornado watch.
Hey,
All right, cool.
we totally just did what you do in therapy and just evaded the question.
Yeah, right.
Let us know what you guys are not vulnerable about. What
Worst traits.
What your worst trait is.
I mean, I think we started there, but then we like
Oh, I started talking about Ted Lasso.
devolved into our worst traits.
I started talking about Ted Lasso,
Yeah.
Which
That's
y'all-
usually what happens.
which y'all need to watch if you haven't seen it. So it's
See,
really good.
there's that need to watch again.
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, moving on.
It's definitely not a suggestion, people.
Click the button, G.
You don't want. Yeah, don't. I'm not suggesting it.
He's demanding.
Yeah, I'm gonna start saying that. No, you need. Fuck you. We're not friends if you don't watch it.
Okay. See
Round
you guys
4?
later.
Round 4. Yeah. Round 4.
Round 4.
Round 4, ladies and gentlemen. Round 4. Thank you guys again for tuning in. If you're on the live stream, actually, I don't know if anyone's on there. Actually,
That's fine.
Let's see.
We literally didn't have time to record anything this week, so
Yeah, we got zero viewers.
that's fine. This is literally just us recording on the day to have our podcast come out on the day.
We look good though. I'm pretty proud of this podcast right now. It's really cool to see this, man. Like,
All right.
we've grown so much. And look at it. Look at this. Look at this clear.
Yeah, man, you literally tell me that every time.
I
You're like,
know, it
hey, man,
makes-
look at this. I'm like, I literally have to look at it while I edit it. I don't care to look at it right now.
Yeah, this is live. You don't have to edit this.
But I'm saying, like, you still say it every single episode.
Because I enjoy it. What the fuck's wrong with that?
But that's fine. But I literally have to sit there and stare at it for hours.
you need to drink that.
So I don't need to look at it.
you need to drink that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Hey, drink that.
Yeah, okay, you're putting it in the way of everything.
Hey, drink this.
But
Anyways,
that's
what's
what I'm
subject
saying.
number 4?
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I know, G. I stare at it for hours while I edit it.
I'm
So,
sorry. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's
I'm-
cool. You're getting hyped.
I'm
That's
sorry.
cool. You're getting
no,
hyped.
no, you're just raining on my parade. I'm just excited that
That's cool. You're
let's-
getting hyped, man.
that I'm looking at our first live stream compared to this.
Yeah, I don't even remember what our first live stream looks like.
I was ass, bro. We were still using my iPhone.
Were we?
Yeah. We were still,
what
we were
was
still
that
at the
even?
old studio.
Well, yeah, but what do we do it for? Episode
50th.
50?
Yeah.
Ew.
We got fucked up on that one.
Yeah, we did. Anyway, the next, I forgot. Oh, hype songs from every decade.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Hype songs from every decade.
What are we starting with?
Well, I don't know, man.
Let's start with the 50s.
I want to hold your hand or something.
Jesus Christ.
No, what's the twist song? Is that the 50s or is that before?
Twist and Shout?
No, do the twist.
Oh, Chubby Checker?
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Yeah.
That sounds 50s. We'll say 50s.
All right. But I don't know, like any dance song.
Take my hand.
Oh, yeah.
I know what that song's about. It's about holding hands.
But yeah, like any of like the dance songs from the 50s are definitely like massive. And they have like surf songs. Is that 50s too, or is that more 60s?
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Keep on talking. I think.
Oh, I'm trying to even remember, man.
Which one you said? The Twist?
Yeah. Come on, do
That's
the twist.
1960.
Okay, so that's a little later.
Pretty Little Richard is definitely
Yeah.
any Little Richard for me is hype. Like what's the one I sing is Tutti Frutti.
Yeah. Tutti Frutti.
Tutti Frutti is a super hype song for me.
Dude, Tutti Frutti gets hyped for sure.
57. All right,
Woo,
I'll say 57.
woo, that's close enough for me, man.
Yeah, I'll say Tutti Frutti is definitely the hype song of the 50s.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably a bunch, but
oh no, is Shout? Shout's got to be on there.
oh, yeah. Dude, what's that God, what's his name? He's like a big band guy. He
Frank
does.
Sinatra?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Minnie
Shout-
the Moocher.
Okay, yeah.
Was that before that?
I think
Was
so.
that the
So-
like 30, 40s?
The Isley Brothers Shout came out in 1959, so I'm going to count it.
That counts. That counts.
That gets people going at any wedding, anytime.
God, now I have to look this up. But yeah, I can't remember. Cab Calloway. That's his name that I'm thinking of. When was Cab Calloway doing stuff?
I don't know.
Oh, man. He was born in 1907.
Is that the dancing dude?
Yeah. It's definitely the dancing dude. Minnie the Moocher.
Should say it right there, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like not.
Yeah, that's wiki it. I'm going to go with Shout for mine. And then, like, because, I mean,
1931
God damn.
for Minnie the Moocher.
All right, so Minnie and the Moochers, 1931.
Oh, my God.
And then for 1940s, you have.
Oh, you're doing. Yeah, what fucking song is that? I had to play. That's a jazz standard.
Yeah, that one.
Like some Kansas City Shuffle or
I
something.
think something like that, yeah.
Something like that. Oh, the Abbott sisters.
The Abbott sisters, huh?
Yeah. God, what's that song?
I don't know.
The boot scootin' boogie after dippa dippa. God damn, it's not boot scootin' boogie though.
Yeah, that's Brooks and Dunn, right?
God damn it, I can't even remember this song.
So I go Minnie the Moocher, the 30s.
I think it's the Abbott sisters.
We'll go with we're still in the 50s, bro. We got to move on here.
Hold on. Man.
Oh no.
God dang
See,
it!
we're
Sorry,
so-
I have to look this
He
up.
has to look it up. So okay, so he's gonna look it up. So I'm gonna go Shout on the 50s, 60s. That's where we kind of get started.
I
with,
can't find it. Too much pressure.
Buffalo Springfield for the 60s. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was like, no, the 60s.
There's something
happening
No, it's definite
here.
hype. I think hype for the 60s because I'm just thinking of Nam is Fortunate Son.
Yeah, I was like, was CCR in the 60s or was that 70s?
That's a good question because
The-
Nam was
68 to 70? How long were we there?
It ain't me. It ain't me. Don't do no Fortunate Son.
Yeah.
1969.
All right. Well,
There's got to be Spirit in the Sky is going to come out on that time too.
yeah, that song's not hype though. That song's chill.
The intro's really good though.
Yeah.
And the 60s had way more than that. Fuck, 60 hype song. Let's see.
Oh man. I mean, there's probably a lot. Like all the blues stuff was coming out then.
We're just trying to get to like the 70s and beyond because we actually know what's
yeah,
like,
we
hype.
actually know what's going on.
Oh, Sweet Caroline, yeah.
Ugh.
Respect.
Yeah. Okay. That's kind of hype.
My Girl, Ain't Too Proud to Beg. It's not really hype.
Yeah, I was like, My Girl's not very hype
Twist
either.
and Shout was pretty. Wooly Bully, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Down on the Corner is a pretty good one too. God, the 60s are pretty fun.
Yeah, that's like
Unless you were black or a minority
yeah.
until like 1970s.
Isn't that when like the Beatles started
Mm-hmm.
popping off in the 60s too?
Yeah. Down on the Corner. So yeah, any Beatles song for the most part, I guess.
Yeah, I wouldn't say any Beatles song, but
I mean, that time, I Want You Back is a pretty, and any Jackson 5 is pretty good too.
oh yeah, Jackson 5 would be pretty solid.
ABC's a pretty hype song.
Is that in the 60s or is that 70s?
Oh, you're right, but I
See,
know.
it's like it's that just like
I
that
Want You Back is
vague
69.
area.
Do You Love Me?
Do you love me?
Yeah.
All right, I mean I'll go with that
Do the
one.
Mashed potato.
Gross. I know what that song's about. It's about mashed potatoes.
Respect by Aretha Franklin is also pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty hype.
All right, so we've named a couple.
Yeah.
I'm a Believer by the Monkees.
Oh dang,
I
that was
saw-
the 60s.
That was 66.
Wow.
I still think Smash Mouth did it better, but
Oh, is that the Kinks?
yeah, the Kinks.
Oh,
really
I
got
did
me?
not
Yeah.
know that was the 60s. Was that like 67?
These boots are made for walking. I
Yeah.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I'm gonna go with.
Oh yeah, the Kinks was pretty hype. The Kinks was like first punk, dude. That's weird to say too.
Oh, any James Brown. I Got You.
Yeah.
It's a good one. But yeah, that's all late. So 70s. This is the one that kind of like what gets like 70s wise what gets you hyped. And that's crazy because I feel like the era of the 70s is so it's like in 3 parts.
Mm-hmm. Like there's like the disco.
Like because War Pigs came out in 70. Like early 70, right?
Yeah, War Pigs was on Paranoid. That came out in like 73,
Yeah.
I think.
And that song
Well, I
is
mean,
super-
Zeppelin was still late 60s too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think the first Zeppelin album came out in 60 something, 68 maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to vaguely remember. It's hard to remember things that happened like
Well, before we were
a
born.
literal lifetime before you were
Zeppelin 2,
born.
Zeppelin 2 is 69.
See? I
Zeppelin
was
3 is
close.
70.
I was close.
Oh, man. Well, if Zeppelin 2 is a 69.
Yeah.
Whole Lot of Love is super hype. But it's also like, I think we were saying it more so in the sense of, we're definitely going over time, by the way. But
Oh God, yeah, we are.
it's definitely more of like, if you go to like a sports game, like what gets you hyped, right? Like, stuff like,
yeah, I guess.
yeah, that's the only way I can think about it is like jock jams for like this decade.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you heard the riff of a Whole Lot of Love, you probably get pretty hyped for that.
I mean, that whole first album was like hype for me, but I
Yeah.
also was a teenager when I heard it, and everything was cool.
Yeah, and then 70s, oh man. Because AC/DC was still 80s, right? Or was that
AC/DC, they had Dirty Deeds in the 70s, I think.
God damn it.
Yeah, they had a lot of stuff I think they had an album in the 60s too. I don't know. You want me to look up AC/DC now? Because yeah, they had a lot of stuff in the 70s for sure. And then Back in Black didn't come out till the 80s.
All right, this is our favorite 70s fitness songs. I don't care if we go past this because I actually want to talk about this. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen.
Yeah, Highway to Hell was 79.
Ooh, Take a Chance.
Yeah. Let's see. I hate how they didn't put this in order.
Blame It on the Boogie, Baker Street.
Yeah, Dirty Deeds was 76. Dirty Deeds. Done the tape.
Dirty Deeds. Rock With You, Michael Jackson. Born to
Yeah.
Run. September's not really hype for like
Yeah, I mean, kind of.
just what I needed. Oh, Boston.
Dude, what's that song?
Boston.
From Chicago. The da na 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 da na 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 da na na. Was that?
Yeah.
Bow, bow. God, what? God dang it! We're gonna get roasted.
Superstition's pretty good for.
We're gonna get roasted if we can't remember the name of that song.
No, why? We were fucking not born. Can fuck up. Staying Alive is a good hype song.
Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, now I have to look at that song.
Mr. Blue Sky, Only the Good Day. Saturday in the Park, I think is what it is. No, it's not. That's not it.
That's not it.
Oh, God. 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, Miss You, Jolene.
Isn't it numbers?
It might be.
It's like 7624 or something like that.
Regardless of the fact, if you guys.
25 or 624. That's what it is. I was
Highway to
right.
Hell was actually. A lot of
Yeah.
AC/DC is straight. Like, I think AC/DC invented the hype.
I could see that. They're just like that first
Just the riffs.
era of like riff rock, like metal. Like Zeppelin did that stuff too, but they were bluesier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Highway to Hell for the 70s. 80s is a whole nother fucking. That's a whole nother animal.
That's when I would think Journey would be.
Yeah, Journey, Don't Stop Believing is a good one in that one. Thunderstruck, which you still hear at arenas everywhere. I thought Thunderstruck, is that 80s?
That's probably like early 80s if it came out in the 80s.
Van Halen Jump is a good hype song.
Well, I mean, I think Back in Black came out in like 83 or 84.
Please.
And that whole album is like wild.
Come Sail Away is a pretty good hype song for Styx. I'm still in the 70s. Sorry, I'll start looking at that.
Oh, yeah.
Come sail away. Come sail away.
Dude, that song just like goes like soft and then all of a sudden it's just hype.
It rips pretty well, man.
I'm sailing away. Yeah.
Okay, so 80s, we got, I think AC/DC takes that one for sure.
Oh, man.
But you also have like
Michael
Welcome to the
Jackson?
Jungle. Welcome to the Jungle is a pretty good one. Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah, because that
Hype-wise-
was like mid or late 80s was Appetite.
Yeah. Michael Jackson, the only ones I could really think of would be Beat It and Thriller, maybe. That's kind of like that, like, all right, like, fucking.
But PYT was on Thriller. PYT's hype as shit.
PYT is just a good song. I don't know if it's like, if I would listen to it, like, if I'm going to go, like, during a wrestling match or, like,
Okay.
I don't know, I don't wrestle, but.
Yeah, it was like, that was a weird, but
But Beat It with, like, Van Halen playing the guitar is pretty sick. Any Van Halen that sticks out?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of Van Halen, but the one that's like, the only one popping in my head is just Jump. Because that's
Yeah.
at sports shit all the time.
That
But like,
song's a sad song, too.
it is. But even like, you know, like there was Eruption and they did like I think they did a Kinks cover of You Really Got Me, but
Yeah, I gotta hear that one. That'd be kind of fun.
I'm just not a huge fan of Van Halen, but I respect them. I just don't really know
You're like, I like
their
Eddie.
songs too much. I like Wolfgang, sir. He played the bass.
Of course you did.
Yeah, well, that's
Early
that's
Metallica.
Eddie's son, like on the newer tour.
Oh, yeah. that's fair.
No, dude, Metallica never got me hyped in the early days.
No, I mean not necessarily you, but it was also is that 80s or 90s?
They came out in the 80s.
Okay, but like they're like because they have a lot
In
of
the
songs
80s,
that
they
are,
were like thrash.
Oh, okay, yeah, but
Yeah.
like Enter Sandman or
That's in the 90s.
what's that? Dum, 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 dum,
Yeah, that's
that they play that a lot. Now let's go to the 90s because we're running out of time here. 90s, it's all techno for me.
yeah, techno.
That's how this came up. Remember?
I think so. Yeah, techno. Yeah, Sandstorm. And then there's. But then yeah, there's all that like rock songs too that were just sweet. Like it, I think the '90s were the second birth of like the rock ballad.
Yeah, Audio Slave was really good.
Yeah,
Gonna save yourself. Take it out on me. That was
Yeah.
a fucking super group right there, wasn't it?
Audio Slave.
Yeah.
That was just. I think that was the.
You need Kool-Aid.
I'm pretty sure that's the 2000s.
Was it? I think you
Yeah.
might be right. Yeah.
Because Audio Slave is just Rage Against the Machine and the singer of Black Holes, Soundgarden. Sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, that's all
Uh,
Audio Slave was.
I was supposed to say Kurt Cobain, but no, it's Chris Cobain.
Yeah.
Kurt Cornell.
You ever wondered why Kurt Cobain couldn't sing very well?
Sounds like Teen Spirit.
It's hard to move your tongue with a shotgun in your mouth.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right, 2000s.
That kind of turns into like for
when
me.
I was.
No, that's 2010s, dude.
No, it's not.
That has to be
No,
2010.
no. Welcome to Black Parade came out like 2006 or 2007.
Oh my god, that's disgusting. All right.
Oh man. Nickelback. Nickelback was pretty high back in the day.
Backstreet Boys Millennium.
Creed.
Actually, I think that came out in 99. I don't know if that
Creed
counts.
Yeah.
Dude, I started getting into reggae.
Hip hop was actually, we forgot about hip hop entirely.
Well, I didn't.
Like any Biggie is hype for sure.
See, I don't
in the 90s.
I don't think any of that like 90s rap is hype for me at all.
I know what's the Biggie can't
See,
you
that's not a hype song. That's just like chill.
The intro
It's
is so
like-
fucking sick.
Oh.
I don't know. There's some shit that I have to listen to hip hop wise to like get me going. Like my whole playlist for working out is when I used to work out because I'm a fat piece of shit now. Is all hip hop.
Yeah.
Millennium is kind of like techno-y, but it's weird.
I started getting into a lot of reggae in that time, so it's like a lot of like Revolution 311.
Pepper is pretty fun.
Yeah, Pepper. Dude, what's his name? Modest Yahoo. His first album was like 2005.
And then he doesn't even have a beard anymore. It's sad.
Yeah, he looks weird now. But yeah, dude, that shit was hype.
This is only subject 4, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So in 2010, I would just say mostly Pitbull or Flow Rider.
Sure.
Like I'm not even talking for myself, just like
Yeah,
overall like what
yeah.
they play. So and then yeah, Kendrick Lamar is also pretty good hype when it comes to like Humble. I could fucking listen to that shit all day.
Yeah.
Sit down. Be
Yeah,
humble.
when did fucking Baja Gang? Was that 2000s?
Baha Men?
Or Baja Men?
That's
yeah,
like 2001, 2002.
yeah. Ugh, that's so long ago, but it's
That
not.
song is so mean. You know what Who Let the Dogs is about?
Ugly Women. If you guys didn't know
fuck.
that.
Yeah. And then this decade, everything's miserable. Anyways, that's
I mean, we're
time.
not really that far into the decade, but so it's hard to say what are hype songs. Oh, we didn't even bring up the White Stripes in 2000.
Oh yeah, fucking Seven Nation Army.
Yeah.
That's like the hype song.
Anyway, moving on.
To the final round. Fuck.
Final round.
Spam calls.
Spam. Remember when spam used to be a good thing?
I mean, people still eat it, so no.
I mean, not as much.
That's 2G.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take yours.
Yeah, because mine don't suck.
Okay, fine. Fuck you.
Watch.
Oh, nice. This one's fun. SNL is the final subject.
Oh, God, SNL sucks.
Yes, suck it. SNL.
See, I told you it's a bad subject.
It's not a bad subject. I love SNL.
SNL's never been good. I'm going to get that out of the way right off the bat.
So it's just gonna be me talking, I guess.
Every time the golden days are like, ooh, I remember back in my day.
No,
when
every-
blah, blah, blah. Dude, there was never a back in the day. Even the
every-
first episode was bad. Like even when Martin Lawrence,
Jesus Christ! You stop
Mark-
talking.
Uh,
Eddie Murphy.
no, I'm not even talking about Eddie Murphy.
Okay, Chris Rock.
No, I'm going 70s, bro.
70s. Well, you went Martin Lawrence.
Martin,
So I just
Martin Short.
Martin. Yeah.
Yeah, he was on the Three Amigos with Chevy Chase
Yeah.
and
Yeah. So you went-
the banjo
sorry,
player.
You went Martin Lawrence, and I'm just like, you're really confusing.
No. So like even in the 70s, the golden age, like what's his name who plays the banjo?
Jesus Christ.
I can't even remember his name. He's had gray hair forever.
I know who it is, but I'm not gonna tell you.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, everyone's like, oh, back in the 70s with Belushi, it was all
I'm
great.
Steve.
Oh yeah, Steve Martin.
There you go.
See, so you get Martin Short and Steve Martin. I got those guys confused. But yeah, like that still wasn't good. Then you like fast forward to the 80s, where the edgy era. Then you have like your Eddie Murphy and all that, and it wasn't great either. And
I
then
disagree with all of that.
and then you move into the 90s, where a lot of people our age are like, the 90s is where it's at. You got Spade, you got Sandler, you got Farley. It was amazing. And it's like, nah, man, it wasn't that good either.
No, I disagree with all of that. I think every decade has its like era of like a good cast, and then it just doesn't work anymore. Like Belushi was funny. I don't care what anyone says. Belushi was pretty funny.
Yeah, Belushi was funny, but
Yeah.
doesn't mean that show was good.
I mean, he saved the show, and then Eddie Murphy saved it as well. So I think the first like 2 decades of SNL were relying on just like 2 or 3 people that were really, really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even Belushi wasn't even the best cast member. That's just the cast member everyone remembers.
Yeah, and he just vibed really well with everyone else. So he was like kind of the person that made everyone better, which is cool. And same thing with Eddie Murphy. The 90s, I mean, Chris Farley, obviously, he was really funny because it was
Yeah.
perfect for the era of the decade.
It was like, that's why Adam Sandler was funny, because Adam Sandler's comedy was 90s comedy.
Yeah.
It was like Gen Z comedy to us is like, this is just a bunch of random noises and fart sounds. It's not funny.
I will say
But
that,
then in the 90s, that's literally what it was.
I will say my favorite era of SNL is definitely like the early 2000s. So you have like Amy Poehler, Tina Fey,
Yeah. Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, even going like into like Bill Hader,
Yeah.
Andy Sandberg, which I kind of find annoying, but he sometimes got me pretty well.
Yeah.
And
It's just the Andy Sandberg's like digital shorts were pretty good.
yeah, and it
Like
fit-
that
it fit,
whole
like-
that Chronicles of Narnia rap with Natalie Portman.
Yeah,
it
he
was
was-
so random.
he was the OG Pete Davidson,
yeah, I can
but
see
actually
that.
I think way more talented personally.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then they just kind of it's been on a lull for a minute, especially. There's a lot of new cast members that are on this season that
Because a lot
Are
of
actually
people
pretty funny.
retired, right?
so like there's like a brand new cast, and you can tell they're trying to figure it out. And there's some
Because Pete
episodes,
Davidson left.
which is good, honestly, because he was just kind of just him, and I'm just like, all right.
Yeah. Did Keenan leave?
No, Keenan's still there, which I love.
I thought he was leaving. I might have misread what he was saying, but because he's now
He's-
the longest running cast member ever.
He's mastered his craft really well, which is super cool.
Yeah.
Which sucks because I think because of that he can't do anything else.
Yeah, I could.
Like
yeah.
like they tried to do an NBC show with it, which is about him, and they just got canceled within a season.
That sucks.
It does, because I love Kenan Thompson, like all that back in the day.
Mm,
I will say that.
Yeah, I was like, I think all that was a better sketch show than SNL.
I will say In Living Color was definitely a better skit show because it was more diverse.
Oh, that's when Jim Carrey and was it the Wayans?
Jamie Foxx and the Wayans brothers.
Yeah.
And also Mad TV. Like everyone forgets about Mad,
Mad TV. Will Sasso, Bobby Lee.
Yeah,
God, I can't even remember their names now.
their sketch show was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll give credit to SNL is that they actually produce or like they have a lot of people that come outside of SNL that actually do great.
Mhm.
And they're not even people that are on screen. That's the crazy thing
Yeah,
about
there's
it.
a lot of people that like pop off hard after SNL.
Yeah.
Like Tina Fey, Amy Poehler, Will Ferrell, Adam Sandler.
Conan.
Well, he was just a writer.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
Like
it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Bill,
And I'm pretty sure Conan got fired.
Bill Odenkirk.
Yeah, he was also a writer.
Yeah.
But also, Bill Odenkirk had the Mr. Show,
Yeah.
which I don't know if you saw that, but
Mhm.
Mr. Show with David Cross was fantastic.
John Mulaney also was a big.
He was the head writer for a
yeah.
long time.
Yeah,
That's where he started doing cocaine. That was my Mulaney impression. Was that all right?
I'll give that a 6.
Hey, man, a 6 is better than nothing.
It's a C-. Yeah, it's cool. It's okay. Mine's not any better.
Go.
You talk like this. I can't do it.
That was like, that just sounds like mine.
Yeah, it's just all the
So
how you-
5.5 for copying your neighbor's homework.
No, just it's hard to really mess up Mulaney if you just know how he talks.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know. I like SNL, and what sucks about that is I think if you watch long enough, you just got to know that there's gonna be some really bad episodes, which there really has been.
There's been
But-
more bad episodes than good ones by far.
But like the one with Pedro Pascal that happened this last season was fucking amazing. That was a really good one. Like if you can get the right host to be with you, I think that helps.
Yeah, and like it's always a good episode when it like the entirety of the skits are good if it's like it's always the same host, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, this skit was good with this host and this it was like, no, the entire episode's good or the entire episode's bad.
Yeah, there's a guy that's on the cast right now. His name is Yang. Oh my goodness, what's his name? He's really funny. And he's from Denver actually.
Yeah, I have no idea.
and
I haven't paid attention to SNL in
He's
a hot minute.
He's a sassy gay man, and it's fucking amazing. He kills it.
Okay.
He does this whole skit about Jafar being gay, and it's like he's
like Jafar from Aladdin.
yeah, dude.
Okay.
He fucking kills it. Like it's cool just seeing people like really perform like a stage perform and just do it really well. Like I said, I think Tina Fey was really good at that. Like when she did the whole Sarah Palin thing,
That was pretty good.
that was really
you
good.
betcha.
Yeah, she killed that. Will Ferrell does a really good job with it as well. So it's just kind of like who can do well, like improvising. That's why Chris Farley worked really well
Yeah.
because he was just like.
Well,
I'm
I
just gonna
heard
go to the top.
Lorne Michaels absolutely hates improvising. He's like, stick to the script.
Yeah, no, Lauren's pretty weird, but also he's probably saved NBC so many times.
Yeah, probably. I heard it. It's funny. I was listening to a Conan podcast today. He had Bill Hader on it. And they literally wrote a whole sketch because at their table read, I guess Lorne Michaels would just read the stage directions. So they wrote this thing and it was like, we wrote this whole sketch that was all stage directions. And the sketch was called Mr. Poopy Pants. So it's just him the whole time. And Mr. Poopy Pants enters stage right to an empty room. I'm just like, dude, that's so... The things that writers do to entertain themselves.
Yeah, I
It's
think
like, God, you guys are wild.
that's my favorite too. I think that's also why I love Kenan Thompson because Keenan's pretty dope. Like when he breaks, it's actually pretty fun to watch him break.
Yeah. Well, with that being said,
We made it to 7 minutes, huh?
hey, let's do it.
It wasn't the whole time Chris was shitting on SNL.
I mean,
it
was.
has gotten worse for sure, but
It's always been bad, though. That's my point, man.
No.
It hasn't gotten worse. It's always been on a straight plateau and like, because every decade has a few cast members that are great. So it bumps up and then immediately drops when they leave. Bumps up, immediately drops. But has never reached a higher level than
You know
the
who-
previous years.
looking back, you know, I wish would have like there's always a lot of actors you wish would have been on that show. Ben Schwartz would have been amazing on SNL.
Ben Schwartz was on College Humor, though.
That's right, he was. Yeah,
So that's another, like, I guess it wasn't a show. It was just a sketch
yeah.
group.
Andrew Dismukes is really good. If you've never heard of him, he's pretty funny. But anyways,
Did you ever watch a lot of College Humor stuff?
not a lot, but I've watched enough. Like I
Oh,
actually watched them
man.
today.
There's some random stuff on there. It's great.
I think this was College Humor. The one I watched today was it was Star Wars, and it was like stormtroopers, and they're like, "Hey, you know what today is?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh, yeah, there's Stormtrooper
Yeah,
things. Yeah,
yeah,
that was
and-
College Humor.
And they're just like, "Yeah, like this, like an anniversary of the Death Star." I'm like, that's been a year already. Yeah, it's like, you know, I was supposed to be in the Death Star that day. Right?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, my alarm went off late, and I was in space traffic. If it wasn't for that space traffic, I was like, man, you can't think that way. He's like, I wouldn't be like, it's so good, dude.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
All right, y'all.
Anyway.
Well, that's our show, at least for now. We're going to jump into bonus here in a bit. But thank
Are
you
we
guys
doing
again.
that live too? Or we're just going to record
No,
it
let's
and
do it
post it
live.
Friday? All right.
Still that we can just.
I mean, cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So thank you guys again for tuning in. We're going to do a quick outro, and then we'll just kind of do this. So let's just sit here for 5 seconds.
Wow, nice 5 seconds. Okay, bye.
That's more for, like when you know to cut on the. Wait, we'll see you guys later if you guys have not. So we're going to do the outro for the best of 5 because this is live and raw. Not like Eddie Murphy, but
Raw.
not as good either. But yeah, make sure you guys check us out. Gorilla Stampede, if you guys can make it, make sure you guys do. We'll see you guys bonus round either right now or on Friday. Thank you guys.
Okay, bye. Could have told me to do that.
I just thought about it right now.
Bonus round.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of DVD Extras brought to you by...
This glass of whiskey that I was told I need to drink.
Drink it, bro.
See? Peer pressure.
No,
Peer
you're older
pressure.
than me. There's no peer in here.
Yeah, I mean, even if we're the same age, you're not on my level.
What's the age range of peer pressure?
I don't know. Does peer pressure just involve like I guess what's the definition of peers? I guess is what we're looking at.
Yeah, 'cause I feel like we were
Just
taught
people,
that peer were like.
people you work with are like not even like necessarily your same age, but like
I was always told that it was same age.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
But
if,
that was some District 6 shit though. So.
yeah, true. But I mean, like our
wait, sorry.
peers.
Our District shit. Not,
Yeah.
not now.
Yeah.
It's great now.
But like our peers were still everybody we went to school with, regardless of what grade they're in. Those were still our peers. So it's just people that we were around, I
Hey
guess.
Siri, what's the definition of peers?
Peer means look keenly or with difficulty at someone or something.
Wrong
Do you
peer.
want to hear the next one?
Yes.
As a noun, it means a member of the nobility in Britain or Ireland, comprising the ranks of Duke,
Nope.
Marquis, Earl, Viscount, and Baron.
The fuck?
Nope. That's definitely not what that is.
That's definitely not what that is.
That's fine.
Let me just look up peer pressured definition. Influence
Wow.
of members from one's peer group. This is
Sick,
fucking
sick.
stupid.
Good one, G. Good one. Way to look. That's my favorite thing about like definitions is they're just a giant circular thing sometimes.
So something about the British monarchy? Is that
Yeah,
the-
yeah, probably not. But it's like, yeah, you looked up peer pressure and it's like, oh, look up defined like blah 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 in one peer group. Okay, you look up peer group comprised of one's peers. You look up peers, like group of one's peers. And it's like, what the fuck? Now I'm just
Yeah.
going in a circle.
I don't know. So yeah, it might be my peer depending on the state
Oh
or the
no,
county
because we're definitely not equal.
by law. Yeah,
You're beneath me,
sure, man. If that makes you feel better.
especially on Saturday nights when Heather's out of town.
What? Okay. That should make me your peer, if anything.
You missed the joke
No, I got it. Just wasn't good.
because we did mouth stuff.
Yeah, it's fine. You can keep on explaining it if you want.
I'm gonna drink this drink.
No. What's that? I'm only doing this because I want to, not because you told me to.
Yeah. I'm not fired. I'm quitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Stampede Friday.
Oh,
Ben Hu
boy.
will be here, or will be there Friday or today, depending on when you watch this. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting week, or an interesting 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2.5
It's
weeks.
14 days.
So 2 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, mathematically,
I'm looking forward to it.
mathematically, it's 2 weeks, but it starts on like the end of the week, so it goes over the span of 3 different weeks.
I'm just waiting for someone to call me out on my shit and be like, "Wasn't 3 years ago you're just talking mad shit about the Stampede?" I'll be like, "Absolutely."
Yeah, and then we literally like talked to them, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're trying to fix that."
Yeah.
They dead ass said that because we did a podcast with them in 2021.
2021.
Yeah. You can check it out on Stampedecast.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
2021.
But they were like coming back from the pandemic, and they're
Yeah,
like,
it
"We're
was
trying to fix it. We're trying to make it better. I know people had a lot of problems, this, and that." And then G's like, "You know what? Okay, I'll go try and see what's up."
I fucking
And then-
hated the Stampede.
And then we went, and it was like, "Yeah, okay." I mean, I go every year. I've always said I went every year because I have. Last year, no, the year before last year, I was out of town for the entirety of the Stampede, so I had the first day and the last day, and that's all I got because I was in Florida.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We went to Florida. That was the time we went to
Well,
Florida.
I went to Florida, and you popped in real quick.
Yeah.
'Cause I was there.
I went to Florida.
I was there for 10 days, and you were there for
like 2 days.
70 hours.
Yeah. That was a
No,
quick
not
trip.
7, like 50 hours.
Also, fuck Florida.
yeah, just a little bit.
I don't want to get political, but I do want to talk about this real quick. Is you hear how they're having trouble with like finding people to work the fields?
Yeah, because
That's-
everyone's bailing.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Because brown people are, I mean, we're much more than that, but whatever. Regardless, the reason
Irregardlessly.
the reason why I was thinking about that was because I was like thinking about the idea of selling out
Mm-hmm.
and how people kind of see that as like a bad thing.
Okay. Yeah. No, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I guess it could be.
I guess in the eyes of like how I view it as a bad thing. Well, I don't personally view it, but how it's being viewed as a bad thing is like, your favorite band, they sell out because
They play something completely different and catering more to like
the mass
masses.
audience instead of like the 50 people that come to your shows. And it's like, yeah, man, but sometimes you have to do your craft in a way that's sustainable in the long run. So
Yeah, and I think also I love bringing Bruno Mars up for this one because it's exactly what he did. He sold out his first album super hard. He's like, this is what's he knows what's poppy, he knows what's works, so I'm gonna make that happen.
I would then,
And then-
I'd argue he sold out on every album.
I know. I would say ever since then he put more of his originality into everything.
Yeah.
Since Doo-Wops and Hooligans, because like the songs that were poppy and like that were singles were fucking annoying.
Oh yeah, because what's on that one?
Just the way you are.
Yeah,
Grenade.
I saw your face. Dude, Grenade's actually kind of sick though.
I mean, they're all pretty good songs.
Just the Way You Are is not a good song. It's formulaic.
Grenade is pretty good, but it's
Yeah.
also the way it was recorded and produced was very poppy.
Mhm.
And then after that, he came up with Unorthodox Jukebox, which is completely different.
That's my favorite album.
And I think it's like he sold out just to kind of get his name out there, and then made his own thing happen.
Yeah, I can see
Kinda,
that.
I mean, like The Weeknd. The Weeknd's always been The Weeknd, though.
Yeah, well, The Weeknd is a character.
Yeah,
So I think that was just how he, as the character, wanted
but it's
to
like
do it.
it's like I think Nickelback is like a good example of that. Of just like, yeah, we sold out.
But Nickelback's always sounded like Nickelback.
yeah,
So it's hard to say if they sold out, if they just always. I didn't hear them before they got famous, so they
Yeah.
could have completely sold out, changed their
I
sound,
guess
all of that.
Sugar Ray did it, but actually they did it for the better.
Yeah, because Sugar Ray was like metal band for a
Which
second.
is they're fucking.
Well,
all shit
okay.
is
Well,
good.
firstly, they were like a pop band, and then they turned into a metal band, and they went back to a pop band. Just to get the clarification on that.
yeah, their first album's really good.
Their second album, I think it's their second one, 1459.
Mm-hmm.
It starts off with like a death metal scream. It was like, "Be nice to your mom, clean your room, be nice to your parent." It was so funny, so funny.
Yeah, I don't know. It's also funny the people that said that you sell out are also people that probably haven't really tried to
Yeah,
make
done much.
or just make something out of nothing kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's always easier to critique people when you're just so set in your life and dictate how other people should manage theirs.
Yeah, man.
It's like, okay, well, what's the risk that you're taking in your life? Like, did you go out and, dump all your money into a business that's like doing well, but not well enough for you to make money yet, kind of thing? Or are you just doing the same job you've been doing for 8 years?
I just think that if you see an opportunity to become better or make your product better, you should take it.
I agree.
But you can't be complacent towards that either. That's
Yeah.
what's selling it, I think, where it's negative, right? Where you just sell it, you're like, oh, well, yeah, I made my money. Like, I'm going to cater to what they're needing because it's going to put me out there.
Mm,
But if you leave it at that, then that's
Yeah,
just kind
yeah.
of like a waste of talent.
yeah. Which, I mean, there's like a lot of things that in Greeley specifically that they had a great idea, they did it, and then they just plateaued there because that's what was making them money.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to improve it or do anything to better in general, they're just stuck.
And therefore make more money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
And
that-
that's the
not
whole
that
thing.
money isn't really-
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it's up to you to take the risk. Like, there's a lot of stuff that we could do with this podcast and make it like very cookie cutter vanilla that'll probably make it better in the terms of views. But it's like, nah, we don't really care that much to do that.
I think it's that, and it's also, I don't know, it's weird. Like if I don't know, for example, like tomorrow, or yeah, I guess tomorrow, as of this live stream, like we're doing that whole like 9 News thing.
Mhm.
I was kind of hesitant because I'm just like, this feels like I'm kind of like selling out.
I mean,
But then I was
guess.
like, no, fuck that. It's an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like even if it goes well or wrong, I still did it. And it's just hard to feel like that. Like no, like this is something that needs. Like if it's in front of me, you should take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if a record company like were to come to the Porpoise and be like, we want you guys to do this, but these are like the 3 songs that like we need you guys to write, or the 3 singles need to be this form.
I mean, that's a maybe. I
feel like-
can't
I
answer.
feel like Clark would say no, but
I feel like he would too, but that's on him.
yeah, but I'd be like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, 3 songs, cool. Yeah, we can be scrutinized for those 3 songs for the rest of our lives. I don't care.
I mean, we already are.
Mm.
We have 3 songs that everybody likes.
No, yeah, but I'm saying like if you were like be approaching in a Bruno Mars way, right? Where they're just like, I'm just assuming this is what happened. Obviously, let's just you be Bruno Mars and I'll be the executive.
Okay. Hey, what's up? I'm Bruno Mars.
Hey Javier, ¿cómo estás?
Hey, what's up?
Oh wait, I don't know. Javier, how are you?
I'm okay, man. How are you?
I don't know why I'm wait. No, let's go. Javier.
I mean, yeah, I was like, if we're gonna be real, he's definitely
Yeah.
not really
No,
a
you-
Hispanic
I just-
record executive.
It'd be like, because I think it's Javier. Is his name.
I don't know.
Whatever.
I think he's Puerto Rican, right? No, okay.
Anyways, I'll be like, so Bruno, thank you so much for joining us. We would love for you to be here. We want to offer this record deal, but we're asking for 3 songs that are going to fit the market. Would you be willing to do that?
I'm assuming he's like, yes.
Yeah, right?
Or yes.
Hey, man, yeah.
Yeah. Let me go do cocaine about it.
John.
And scene.
And scene. Yeah, see, we should be
That
actors.
was so stupid.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I would just be like, Clark, you're fucking stupid if you don't say yes to this.
I don't know, man. You can tell him.
I mean, that's only
It's all
it has to happen. Yeah,
hypothetical. It's all hypothetical. We're all shitting on Clark on the
I just-
completely hypothetical.
No, I
thing.
just know that, like,
Well,
there's
it's-
something
yeah.
wrong with that. Like,
Yeah,
Clark is
but-
very, very, he's very proud of his craft.
Mm,
And I think that's the reason why he wouldn't do it. Which I wouldn't disagree with him. You know, everyone has their own right and wrong way of doing
Yeah.
things. But if someone approached me and be like, "Hey, G, just write all the stupid shit you've been writing. I'd be like, why? And then we just do it. I'm like, okay.
Okay, me.
As long as I can do shit like later on,
Yeah, yeah.
Or you can just be Taylor Swift and have a really rich dad that produces music and get in the scene.
Yeah, all the
Oh,
industry
speaking
plans.
of which, let's talk about that. Self-made artist. I've heard people say that Taylor Swift is a self-made artist, and
That's completely not factual.
whole disagree on that one.
Yeah, that's if you guys didn't know that. I mean, like, not to discount what she's done, but also it's like, well, Taylor Swift writes her own music to an extent, yes, but a lot of pop musicians write their own music to an extent.
There's usually like 10 people that write pop music.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, man, like I get it, and I get why it's a huge point of fact that her name is on as a writing credit.
That's the hardest thing about being in the media industry is that people that are in front of the camera get all the credit.
Yeah,
And it's like, nah, man, there's a lot of producers out there, but also I think that's also
they get all the pressure too, though.
that's true.
Yeah,
That's very true. But yeah, I'd rather be behind the camera at this point,
yeah, I don't disagree with you on that one.
right? Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather be like, yeah, no, just put my name on the credits. I don't give a shit. Just pay me. Like, I'm proud of the project kind of thing.
Yeah,
I mean, shout out to Taylor. I will say that the one thing I do appreciate about her is that she remastered all of her tracks.
see, and like that thing is hilarious to me.
Like, I think that's a dope flex. Like,
Like way to take the fine print to your advantage. You know?
yeah, that was
Yeah.
amazing. So good for her. But after that, I don't really care much about
Yeah.
her music or. I can't.
See, and that kind of like the thing with that, like, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but that like bullies every single person into wanting to like license Taylor Swift songs
Mm-hmm.
to be obligated to license them through the Taylor's versions.
Yeah,
And I'm like, God, you got them good on that.
yeah.
And if they don't, then you're a piece of shit.
I just don't like her music.
I don't either.
I just don't like people that keep on complaining about life.
Yeah.
Which I get it. Like money can't buy you happiness, but it does fucking help.
Have you ever seen a sad person on a wave runner?
Fucking
Was
Ja-
that Daniel
Josh?
Tosh?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
man.
like if I can have someone like cook all my meals and like have like a training regimen, like have like these things that I can pay for to look better and feel better.
Yeah.
Like, you know, if you don't have to worry about fucking running your tires to the very point of like the brink of them fucking like
all
literally-
being flat at the same
yeah,
time.
being flat at the same time and getting to a really bad accident. Like, that'd be nice. But no, I had to fucking wait until I got paid and save up enough money to get a fucking tires. So yeah. Shit like that is like least of your stresses, I guess, but whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm also not rich, so I guess I don't know. Maybe it was a smart idea to go on a submarine that goes to the Titanic.
Wow. Hot take.
Just saying.
Yeah.
God, that's such a fucked up thing too, man.
Oh, it's so fucked.
Have you heard about that submarine though?
Yeah, I have. I was purposely avoiding like talking about it.
Have you
but
seen the videos of like how small that thing is
Yeah, I have.
and
I
what
have.
the fuck they used to move it?
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's literally how it works.
I mean, yeah, but
That's how the army flies their drones.
they don't
So-
they use a Logitech fucking wireless controller.
They use an Xbox controller. Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah, because it's literally the cheapest option. Like so back in the day, like see, and like just to kind of get on this weird history fact thing, but back in the day when the army first developed their Predator drone system, they had these massive like almost
Like trailer.
like controllers.
Yeah,
They were
it's
like
a
you
trailer
know
and it's fucking huge.
yeah, and they like compacted them, made it kind of like a video game controller, but they were just shit. They broke all the time. They were unresponsive. All of this shit, and then one day someone's like,
So
hey, you play your Xbox, just bring that controller in and we'll just pair it.
Some
So
guy-
they did, and they just the quality of like actual video game companies like controllers are meant to be thrown around and broken.
yeah, some guy was playing Xbox and threw the controller at the TV, and he's like, "Wait a minute, it still works."
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, and
Would
that's
you-
just what it is.
you know
So
what's
that's
fucking-
that's how it works. Like that's everyone's talking shit on that fact. I'm like,
what's
that's
wild?
literally how it
So,
works.
You know what's wild about that whole situation? Like speaking controller wise specifically, is that obviously that's what they're using, and it's like it's actually consequentially made Logitech a lot of money. So as soon as they talked about what the controller was, they sold out.
Of that controller.
Yeah, dude. Isn't that wild?
Dude,
it's
third party controllers are booty.
like it's a terrible situation. Don't get me wrong, and like it's
Well, I guess going back to it, them choosing to use a Logitech controller, terrible idea because Logitech controllers are booty cheeks.
yeah, but
They're
again,
the worst control like peripherals.
but literally
ever.
they sold out of it as soon as the people like found out what they were, which is super crazy
That
because it's like
doesn't even make sense. Why though?
I think it's more of like, oh, this can control like a fucking a vessel. Like, cool, then it probably does well. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But
they all can, man. You just have to program it.
yeah, people aren't that smart, man. Come on. Now.
Well, they can't program the Logitech one either. Then
It's pretty crazy though. Like that whole situation is pretty fucked.
Yeah, it is.
But also, yeah, I don't know. Like if they find him, that'd be fucking a story we're telling.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't, that's a fucking terrible way to go, man.
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't be that bad if you like get into the morbid details of it, because they'd asphyxiate before anything else, and they would just slowly fall asleep.
Yeah, so there's that, but it's also you know you're dying.
Yeah.
That's gotta be terrifying.
But then the lack of oxygen, you start hallucinating. You have no actual self-awareness of what's going on. So you'll literally start daydreaming to a point where you just
That DMT just gets you.
go memes forever.
Yeah, that DMT. Yeah, so
Like,
there's
not
that.
to get dark, but I mean, like, yeah, it sucks.
Like
But
there's either that or like the fuck, because there's also something about a lawsuit that says like that they were questioning how deep it can go.
yeah, but
Like
also
before
like,
the pressure gets it. So imagine if it's just like the window just busted in there.
yeah, I mean,
I mean,
maybe.
there's multiple possibilities, and it's
Maybe.
fucking crazy. And like, yeah, like they're talking about how they've heard like people like, or they've heard like knocks like during sonar. Oh, dude, that's gotta be terrifying. But also, who the fuck wants to? I mean, like, Jesus Christ.
But I mean, it's not their first time doing this. This is like their upteenth mission. Like, they've done this so many times.
Well, it's
It's just, I don't know. Like, the only real question is, like, have they been up on, like, maintenance on this stuff? Is
Yeah.
that why it's broken? But even, like, the owner, I believe the owner of the entire company was on the sub.
really.
Yeah, I think he's one of the people on the sub. I could have misread that, but it's like I assumed that everything was working in working order. But I don't know.
That's got to be, yeah. I don't know. It's also like it's just a reality too of just like shit can go wrong.
Yeah. But also, if you're going to the bottom of the ocean,
It's like climbing It's like climbing
yeah,
Everest. You
it's
know
just
exactly
what it
what
is.
the risks
It's
are.
just what it
yeah.
is. And everyone signed a waiver that knew exactly what they were doing.
I mean, depending
the
on
risks.
how shitty this company's been run, maybe not.
But I'm saying, has it or is it not? Everyone's saying it has been based on one report, and that one report wasn't really substantiated or validated by any actual evidence.
I mean, the guy who was told him, hey, like this glass is not really meant for this depths, got fired.
Yeah.
And that's the shitty thing about this whole situation. It's turned more into a dramatic thing, and there's like five
But
people that are
that's what I'm
probably
saying.
dead.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's all hearsay at this point. That's
Yeah.
like, oh, well, somebody said this.
What's
and
our
then it's
fascination with like?
but like, did they? Did they fix it? Did they not fix it? No one knows.
Yeah.
But
What's
whatever.
the fascination with like real time tragedy, like with shit like that?
Dude, man, the same reason that they had public executions. People like dark shit.
No one likes me except for my wife.
Yeah, I said dark, not slightly roasted.
Fucking hatchet chili.
Yeah, hatch chili, hatch green chili. Anyway, we
God
should probably
damn
call it.
Yeah, sorry, you guys. It got a little dark on that. It's just, it's some crazy shit, and it's like it's really unfortunate, but it's also kind of like, I mean, you don't get upset when someone dies on Everest, because you know like the risk that they're putting themselves into, right?
Which is another story that came out not that long ago. I don't know if you heard about that.
Oh, about the dude that fell into a fucking.
No, about the lady who was dying on Everest and got rescued and refuses to pay the Sherpas the rescue fee. I mean, to be fair, it's like a 10 grand rescue fee, but still.
Yeah, you're fucking alive.
Yeah.
No,
But
there was another one. It might be the same one. There's a couple that I've talked about, like Sherpas like carrying them down the mountain.
yeah.
There's another one where this guy fell through what is it called, a crevasse, or what do you call it, like an ice when there's like a whole fucking big ass hole that just like never stops.
Sure, we'll go with the crevasse.
It's definitely a crevasse, but they had a rope that a Sherpa had a rope down, grab him and rope up, and this is like
Like carrying him.
right before the fucking summit.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you pay those fucking guys, man. If you're gonna be I don't know.
Also, it's wild
I'm
that
also a bitch. So I would never do anything like
it's
that.
also wild that like the Sherpas are just so acclimated to that environment that they just do that shit all the time.
Which I wonder if they did studies on them, like
You know, they punch in like, my third trip today. It's fine. I'll see you guys in a few days.
yeah, I wonder what their body's like right now. Like, obviously, we're get acclimated because we're a mile high up. Like,
Yeah.
imagine them just being that constantly. Like, are their lungs like
Yeah,
have
they
they like
just-
have they evolved?
But
Not
they
evolved, but,
just have
like extremely
adapted.
acclimated.
Yeah, they adapted to function on less oxygen. It's what we've done in Colorado.
It's like them, and then there's like the dudes from like Australia, and New Zealand, who like can like be underwater for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like that shit's wild to me.
Yeah,
But it's
that's
like-
actually like kind of simple training to be able
Yeah,
to hold your breath that long. It's wild.
People
dude.
go and people go in there, and it's just like natural to them. They're just like, yeah, we just like hunt down like
in the water.
yeah, that's fucking wild.
But anyway,
Thank you guys again for tuning in. We hope to see you guys at the Stampede. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.
and if you missed this live stream, it'll be posted on all our stuff because we couldn't record and now we're recording.
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week. Hail Hydra.
Bye.